How you doing? In 2023. I was dreaming when I wrote this, forgive me if it goes astray. But when I woke up this morning, could have sworn it was Judgment Day. Sky was all purple, there were people running everywhere. Trying to run from the destruction, you know I didn't even care. So say 2022, party's over, oops, out of time. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. Let's party like it's 1999. This, sue me if I go too fast. Life is just a party and parties weren't meant to last. Well, war is all around us, my mind says prepare to fight. So if I gotta die, I'm gonna listen to my body tonight. Yeah, this ain't 2022, party's over, oops, out of time. Party like it's 1999. Now let me tell you something. If you didn't come to party, don't bother knocking on my door. I got a lion in my pocket and baby, he's ready to roar. Everybody's got a bomb, we could all die any day. But before I let that happen, I'll dance my life away. Yeah, this ain't 2022, party's over, oops, out of time. But tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. This ain't 2022, party's over, oops, out of time. Party like it's 1999. 1999. Don't you wanna go back to 1999? Don't you wanna go back to 1999? Well, let's just look forward to 2023. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to 2023 and the 144th episode of Tuesday Live and the very first of the new year. Thanks so much for tuning in. I see we've got Lee here from down Lancaster, New York. I know everybody in New York and beyond is certainly thinking of that poor Buffalo Bills football player who had the cardiac issue out on the field last night. Hopefully he's going to recover fully. We're all thinking and praying for him. And I know Chris is here. Good to see you, Chris, and Kathy as well. And I saw Mary and John from Manitoba. Nice to have you tuning in tonight as well. And all the other folks are out there who may be identified or not. I haven't seen if everyone's checked in yet, but thanks so much for being here. We appreciate everybody watching, whether you're watching on YouTube on the big screen or watching on your iPad or watching on your computer. Great to have you here. So we seem to be losing a lot of folks, and I guess that's part of being, I think I can safely say that most of the people watching the show tonight are probably baby boomers. Might have a few younger folks, but a lot of baby boomers out there, and we're certainly getting into that zone where we start losing a lot of the icons, and we certainly lost a great one here in Canada a few days ago, Ian Tyson. And I was interested. I was reading about Ian Tyson and what he, where he came from, and I didn't realize he was born and grew up in Victoria, BC. And he first got interested in horses playing polo because his father was British born and was a polo player. And then, of course, Ian, being a young Canadian fella, I guess, became interested in rodeo riding. And he broke his ankle as a teen when he fell from a horse and learned to play guitar while he was recuperating. And he also attended the Vancouver School of Art and actually moved to Toronto to be a commercial artist, where he met Sylvia Fricker and they formed Ian and Sylvia, and well, the rest is kind of history. They didn't last, that marriage didn't last and that act didn't last, but certainly they had a lot of success. And Ian eventually moved back out and settled on a ranch in Alberta that I think he bought mostly with royalties from Four Strong Winds, which we're not going to do tonight. I know that's a great Ian Tyson song, but we did it last week. If you recall, if you were watching the show I did for my dad, it's one of his favorite songs, so we did it last week. So we'll pass on it this week, but we have some other great Ian Tyson songs tonight that we're going to be playing. And we also have our good pal Stan McRae, who has more great nature picks for us tonight and the musical performances from the Tuesday Live Rec Room Renowned cast as well. So that's going to be fun. I don't know if you've have any New Year's resolutions. I'm not always big on New Year's resolutions. Although I did see one thing. I think it was, what's that name? Ferris, the guy who does the 5-Minute Manager guy. I read a blog post by him recently where he says he goes back every year and reflects on his year, goes through his calendar and makes a list of the things that were kind of, had a positive effect on his life during the year and the things that had a negative effect. And he tries to schedule and plan more of the positive things and eliminate the negative things. So I thought that was kind of neat. Although I think we still have to go to the dentist, that sort of thing. But anyways, I'm going to send it over to the newly restored Tuesday Live Beatles Tribute Room and to see what cousin Willy Witherspoon has for us tonight. Well, hey, y'all, Willie here. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Thanks so much for tuning in to Tuesday Live. Enjoy having you here as much as I like being here. So anyways, we're talking to Rob about that Ian Tyson fella. I kind of knew his music, but we were talking about some songs, and I said, that song, Rob, that's not an Ian Tyson song. That's a Susie Bogus song. And Rob said, no, that's Ian Tyson's song. And sure enough, that song, Someday Soon, that Susie Bogus had a big hit with, it was an Ian Tyson wrote that song. So I'm going to do that song because I like that song a lot, and hope you like it too. It's called Someday Soon. There's a young man that she knows whose age is 21. He comes from down in southern Colorado. He's just out of the service. He's looking for his fun. Someday soon, going with him. Someday soon. Parents cannot stand him 'cause he rides the rodeo. Her father says that he will leave her crying. But she would follow him right down the roughest road she knows. Someday soon, going with him. Someday soon. But when he comes to call her pa, ain't got a good word to say. I guess it's 'cause he's just as wild in his younger days. Blow you old blue northern, blow her love to her. He's riding in tonight from California, and he loves his damned old rodeo as much as he loves her. Someday soon, going with him. Someday soon. comes to call, her pa ain't got a good word to say. I guess it's 'cause he's just as wild in his younger days. So blow, you old blue north wind, blow her love to him. He's riding in tonight from California. He loves his damned old rodeo as much as he loves her. Someday soon, going with him someday soon. Someday soon, going with him someday soon. Very nice work there, Willie, on Someday Soon. There's a lot of songs out there Ian Tyson wrote that sometimes you don't recognize he wrote them because other people made them hits, and unless you're around either during the Ian and Sylvia era or knew that it was written by Ian Tyson, you probably might not know that. But anyways, thanks again for that, Willie. I was thinking about New Year's resolutions. I was kind of, people always ask me how I do this show, kind of remotely like this, because a lot of musicians kind of draw on the audience. But we've kind of built over 144 episodes a bit of kind of a virtual rapport, I think, with the audience. I always kind of visualize all of you sitting here in my rec room, and one of my New Year's goals, anyways, is to grow the audience of Tuesday Live a little bit. And we have a nice-sized audience, but it's always nice to be a little bigger, right? But I also think, if the audience gets too big, I might have to get a bigger house because you won't all fit in my rec room. I just kind of couldn't imagine you all being in here. Right now, I think I can fit you in, but get a few more people watching, and that might be a problem. But anyways, here's a Slade Cleaves tune. If you haven't heard Slade Cleaves, give him a listen sometime. Great sort of roots Americana musician, and this one's called New Year's Day. It's a New Year's Day, just like the day before. Same old sky of gray, same empty bottles on the floor. Another year gone by, and I'm thinking once again, how can I take this losing hand and sometime win? Just give me one good year to get my feet back on the ground. I've been chasing grace, but grace ain't so easily found. One bad hand can devil a man, chase him and carry him down. I gotta get out of here, just give me one good year. Well, I'm burning oil, engines running rough. I drive from job to job, but it's never enough. Can't find the will, just up and get away. Some kind of chains holding me down that makes me stay. Just give me one good year to get my feet back on the ground. I've been chasing grace, but grace ain't so easily found. One bad hand can devil a man, chase him and carry him down. I gotta get out of here, just give me one good year. It's a bitter wind in your face every day. It's a little sin that wear your soul away. When you start giving in, where do the promises all go? Will your darkest hour write a blank check on your soul? Good year to get my feet back on the ground. I've been chasing grace, but grace ain't so easily found. One bad hand can devil a man, a good one can turn him around. I gotta get out of here, just give me one good year. Gotta get out of here, just give me one good year. Just give me one good year. Slade Cleaves, New Year's Day. Great tune. Thanks, Chris, for popping things out. And hi, Jennifer from Bolton. Good to see you. And Stan McRae, I saw Stan checked in earlier, and we do have some images that Stan collected down along the St. Lawrence River. If you've watched the show before, you know Stan shares his amazing images with us on a weekly basis, and we certainly appreciate it. And he's got a great set for us today, so let me send it over to Stan McRae. Thanks, Dan. Fantastic pictures. This next song I have is it's a tricky little rhythm for me. I've been just learning it, and I always sort of have to always listen to it every time I go to play it. So this is a bit of a tightrope walk here. I'm going to walk out into it on no, but it's called what's it called? It's called January Hymn. It's by a band called the Decemberists, which I wasn't very familiar with, but they're kind of a indie kind of rock band out of Oregon, Portland, Oregon, I think. And they do really cool stuff. I'm gonna have to look into them further because they do they have to do like kind of improvisational things on stage with audience and stuff. So kind of fun. But anyways, let's give it a go here. It's called January Hymn. It's gonna take me a while to get the rhythm here. Just hang in. Sunday I go to clear away the snow, green the ground below. April an ocean away. Is this the better way to spend the day? Keeping the winter at bay. What were the words I meant to say before you left? When I could see your breath lead where you were going to. Maybe I should just let it be, and maybe it will all come back to me. Sing oh January, oh. How I lived a childhood in snow and all my teens in tow, stuffed in a strata of clothes. Pale the winter's days after dark, wandering the gray memorial park, fleeting beating of heart. What were the words I meant to say before she left? When I could see her breath lead where she was going to. Maybe I should just let it be, and maybe it will all come back to me. Sing oh January, oh. That wasn't quite how I wanted to do that one, but it was okay. I got through it alive. We're still all here. Hi, Ann. Nice to see you. Nice for checking in. We're going to send it out to, well, not out, over to the Beatles tribute room and to our resident folk singer, Bob Dylan. Not Bob Dylan, Bob Dylan's little brother, Rob Dylan, and see what he has for us this evening. How does it feel? Well, hey everybody, it's Rob Dylan here. Good to see you. Happy New Year and all that. You know, I've been thinking about New Year's and, don't usually make resolutions, but I think this year, I'm going to really try to be more positive about things because, it's pretty easy for all the negativity in the world to, drag you down. So I thought I'd try to be a little bit more positive, and I'm going to kick it off with one of my brother's songs called New Morning. It's a new year, new day, new morning. Let's kick off the year with positivity. And this is a real positive, one of the most positive songs I think that Bob wrote, called New Morning. Can't you hear that rooster crowing? Rabbit running down across the road. morning, on this new morning with you. Can't you hear that motor running? Automobile coming into style, coming down the road for a country mile or two. So happy just to see you smile underneath the sky of blue on this new morning, new morning, on this new morning with you. The night passed away so quickly. It always does when you're with me. Can't you feel that sun shining? Ground running by the country stream. This must be the day that all my dreams come true. So happy just to be alive underneath skies of blue on this new morning, new morning, on this new morning with you. Get up and dance. So happy just to be alive underneath the sky of blue on this new morning, on this new morning with you. New morning, new morning, new morning. It's a new morning, everybody. Well, thanks so much, Rob Dylan. Nice up-tempo tune there. And actually listen to the Bob Dylan original of that one. It's a real up-tempo tune. Give it a listen sometimes. Thinking of putting together playlists. I put together a little New Year's party playlist. I posted it. I think some folks took a look at it. I use Apple Music. I don't use Spotify. I left Spotify when Neil left in support of Neil, since Neil was insisted that we did. So I use Apple Music, but I'd like to put up some playlists with some of the music we play on Tuesday Live, because I'm learning new songs every time I go look for New Year's songs. I find a bunch of songs that and a bunch of artists that I've never heard before, and a lot of them are fantastic, and quite enjoy doing it and enjoy bringing the music to you. And I would love if you went back out and checked out their music too, the original version, because sometimes it's maybe sometimes a touch different or better than my version. I'm not sure, better, different. A different interpretation of the song, the original interpretation. This is a song called New Year's Resolution, which I found while I was looking for songs about New Year's, by a band called Camera Obscura, which, if you don't know Camera Obscura, they're a Glasgow-based band, sort of an indie pop, up-tempo kind of bright sort of rhythms type song. So, I'm going to give them a listen as well, along with the Decemberists, a couple of bands I kind of discovered while I was discovering New Year's music, and this one's called New Year's Resolution. New Year's resolution to write something of value. New Year's resolution wishing to write something would be fine. All I ever wanted was someone to rely on. All I ever wanted was somewhere to call home. You offer a friendship I cannot reciprocate, so don't beg me in a garden for it not to end this way. I've been cool with you. I've been cool with you. I've been cool with you. The sooner you admit it, I will too. New Year's resolution to kiss you like I mean it, with our cheeks the color of rhubarb, will be fine. Everybody rushing around like they've got a meeting. I just wanna be here with a friend of mine. We decided to brave the elements of Spain because the 7-year itch was on the telly again. I've been cool with you. I've been cool with you. I've been a cool with you. And the sooner you admit it, I will too. I decided this pain was a landscape of blame. I decided to be only myself these days. I've been a cool with you. I've been cool with you. I've been cool with you. And the sooner you admit it, I will too. Stay now. I wish that you would stay now. Stay now. You nearly went away now. Stay now. I wish you would stay now. I wish you would stay now. You nearly went Stay now. Oh, I wish you would stay now. Well, I hope you stay now, because I believe we have Robbie O'Spoon all the way from Dublin, Ontario.
Well, hello everybody out there in internet lands. Robbie O'Spoon here in Dublin, Ontario's having a grand old time, swelling the pigs and just taking it easy. And, well, Happy New Year to y'all. I guess you must have had a good holiday, a pretty quiet holiday here. We kind of got snowed in for a while there around Christmas, and then it got melted again and all that sort of thing. But we're doing okay here, and I got a song here for you, a song we often sing at Irish things, But you're probably wondering, I got these new spectacles here. Did you see them? Did you notice them? Got them, Got a Christmas gift from my sister, Patty O'Lantern in New York City. Actually, they're her old ones, but she gave to me. She said, Robbie, I'm sick and tired of you there sitting there squinting into the camera while you're on the internet there, so I thought I'd get you a pair of glasses. So they seem to work pretty good. I can see things a little better. I can count the pigs from further away, that sort of thing. But anyways, got me new glasses and got a song here for you that we sing at New Year's back home. And it's called The Parting Glass. At the end of the night we sing it. It's a good song, so it's always a good party song, good to sing if you're the last one standing at the party, so to speak. To all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whatever befalls, and gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all my sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it fell unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whatever befalls, and gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all. But since it fell unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all.
so fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befalls, and gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to you all. Good night and joy be to you all.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Well, thanks so much, Robbie. That was a lovely rendition of that song. I think we've heard Robbie sing that before, and I'm kind of glad he's singing it in Dublin, Ontario, not in the Tuesday Live studios, because usually he'd be sniffing into the whiskey cabinet by this time after singing that song. But thanks everybody for the kind comments, Chris, for all your the research and stuff you pull out there, pulling some of that stuff out. It's kind of nice to have that background information. And I think I saw Ann up there talking about seeing me live sometime in the new year. I certainly hope to get some live gigs coming up in the next little while, or at least in the next year anyways. But this is a song, I think you'll recognize it if you're of a certain vintage, and it's by a musician called Dan Fogelberg. And I'm not sure if I've played Dan Fogelberg on the show before. After 144 episodes, you start to lose track of the tunes you've played. And but when I played this one, I thought, well, maybe I haven't played any Dan Fogelberg, because he has a vocal range that I'm finding challenging to get through. But so there's a part where this goes up to the chorus in this song, it gets a little high. So if you're out there and you sing, maybe if you can give me little background vocals while you're doing it, just to help push me up a little bit, that would be helpful. It's called Same Old Lang Syne. Met my old lover in a grocery store. The snow was falling Christmas Eve. I stole behind her in the frozen foods, and I touched her on her sleeve. She didn't recognize the face at first, then her eyes flew open wide. She went to hug me and she spilled her purse, and we laughed until we cried. Our groceries to the checkout stand. The food was totaled up in bag. We stood there lost in our embarrassment as the conversation dragged. Went to have ourselves a drink or two, but couldn't find an open bar. We bought a 6-pack at the liquor store, and we drank it in her car. We drank a toast to innocence. We drank a toast to now. Tried to reach beyond the emptiness, but neither one knew how. She said she'd married her an architect who kept her warm and safe and and dry. She would have liked to say she loved the man, but she didn't want to lie. I said the years had been a friend to her, and that her eyes were still as blue. But in those eyes I wasn't sure if I saw doubt or gratitude. She said she saw me in the record stores, and that I must be doing well. I said the audience was heavenly, but the traveling was hell. We drank a toast to innocence. We drank a toast to now. Tried to reach beyond the emptiness, but neither one knew how. We drank a toast to innocence. We drank a toast to time. Reliving in our eloquence another old lang syne. The beer was empty and our tongues were tired, running out of things to say. She gave a kiss to me as I got out, and I watched her drive away. Just for a moment I was back at school and felt that old familiar pain. And as I turned to wake my way back home, the snow turned into rain. Boy, that's a great song, and Dan Fogelberg, he's a fantastic musician. I listen to some of his stuff too. You kind of forget about these artists that we've come across through our lives, and we sort of leave them behind sometimes. It's good to go back and revisit them. Speaking of going back and revisiting, let's head it over to the Beatles Tribute Room and see what our good friend Neil Old has for us this evening. Neil Old.
Well, hello everybody, it's Neil Old here. Good to see you and Happy New Year from me and Lazy Horse. Lazy Horse not here tonight. Gave him an extra week off because he's got the kids home, from the Equine Elementary School, so for an extra week here. So I thought I'd give him the week off so he can stick with the kids. And I'm going to do a song, an Ian Tyson song, because we lost one of the great Canadian songwriters a few days ago. And of course, Ian wrote some great songs, and this one, so I actually heard this song first played by David Bromberg when he was opening for Maria Muldaur at Massey Hall way back years ago. And I learned it was an Ian Tyson song. I've played it for a long time. It's a real good one. It's called Summer Wages. I hope you like it. Never hit 17 when you play against the dealer, for you know that the odds won't ride with you. Never leave your woman alone with friends around to steal her. Years are gambled and lost like summer wages. And we'll keep
of the seasons get all spilled out on the floor. And all the big timbers are waiting for falling, and the hustlers standing watchfully, waiting by the door. So I'll work on the towboats with my slippery city shoes, which I swore I would never do again. Through the gray fog-bound straits, where the cedars stand a-watching, I'll be far off, dawn like summer wages. Parlors all down along Main Street, the dreams of the season get all spilled out on the floor. And all the big timbers just waiting for the falling, and the hustlers standing watchfully, waiting by the door. She's a woman so fine, I might never try to find her, for the memories are all we had before, and they should never ever be changed, 'cause they're all that I'll take with me now. I've gambled, lost my summer wages. Yes, I've gambled and lost my summer wages. Miss you, Ian. Well, thanks so much, Neil. That was a great rendition of Summer Wages, and nice tribute to Ian Tyson. And that brings us pretty much to the end of our first show of 2023. Thanks to Stan McRae for his always amazing images, and Rob Dylan, Neil Old, Robbie O'Spoon, and of course cousin Willy Witherspoon for sharing their music tonight. Also like to thank our executive producer, Carol, for everything she does for the show. And of course, the talented Tuesday Live animation department who put together that cool little Happy New Year animation for us, among other things they do. And I appreciate everyone who supports the show as a patron, contributing to our virtual tip jar, sharing, liking, commenting, and being a part of the Tuesday Live audience. Thank you for being here. And don't forget to share. Help me grow the audience. Help me realize one of my New Year's goals. And hopefully get out and do some live music too this year, particularly as we move into the summer. And it would be great to see you after the show at the virtual after party on Zoom. We always have lots of fun, lots of interesting conversations about all sorts of things, from hockey to music to anything. Anything's up for discussion. If you're watching for the first time, be sure to join the Tuesday Live community at tuesdaylive.ca. Certainly wish or thank everybody for hanging in here. I know our audience numbers kind of go up and down through the show, and I certainly appreciate the folks who watch it from start to finish, and I also appreciate the folks who aren't even here yet. They're going to watch it. I know there's a number of folks that watch it at a later date. They time shift it, and that's fine too. I realize everybody, and I'm looking specifically at you, Tim. I know Tim was watched the show, our old Tuesday Live newscaster, if you remember back that far. Tim, he watches the show on time shifting because he's out hiking or something on Tuesday night, although it's kind of pouring rain here. I'm not sure if he's out hiking tonight, but maybe hiking in the rain. But anyways, thanks to everybody who watches the show, whether now or later, and wishing each and every one of you a 2023 filled with joy, happiness, and love. To close out the show tonight, I'm going to play one of my favorite Ian Tyson songs, Navajo Rug. And I noticed Chris mentioned that Summer Wages is considered one of the top Western songs, cowboy songs or Western songs of all times. I know this song was also considered one of the top Western songs. It's a fantastic song. The story is great and certainly gives a real feel for that Western cowboy sound that Ian Tyson had. Well, it's 2 eggs up on whiskey toast, home fries on the side. Wash it down with the Roadhouse coffee, burns up your insides. Just a Canyon, Colorado diner, and a waitress I did love. Sat in the back neath an old stuffed bear and a worn-out Navajo rug. Now old Jack, the boss, he left at 6, and it's Katie bar the door. She pulled down that Navajo rug and she spread it across the floor. I saw lightning cross the sacred mountain, saw the woven turtle doves. I was lying next to Katie on that old Navajo rug. Aye, Katie, shades of red and blue. Aye, Katie, whatever became of the Navajo rug and you? Katie, shades of red and blue. Saw old Jack about a year ago. He said the place burned to the ground, and all I saved was this old bear tooth. And Katie, she left town. But Katie got a souvenir too. Jack spat out a tobacco plug. Why, you should have seen her coming through the smoke, dragging that Navajo rug. Aye, Katie, shades of red and blue. Aye, Katie, whatever became of the Navajo rug and you? So every time I cross the sacred mountains, the lightning breaks above. It always takes me back in time to my long-lost Katie love. But everything keeps on moving, and everybody's on the go. Hey, you don't find things that last anymore like an old woven Navajo. Aye, Katie, shades of red and blue. Aye, Katie, whatever became of the Navajo rug and you? Katie, shades of red and blue. Aye, Katie, whatever became of the Navajo rug and you? Happy 2023. See you at the after party, or maybe next week.